Okay, everything is good. Shall we start?
Sure, let's go.
Milena?
Yeah, I'm here. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of XP Talks. My name is Rami. I work as a client integration at XP.NETWORK. And here with us is our Dima Brook. He's our CTO, the company. And hello, Milena. Milena is from Mfers collection.
Hello, everyone. Nice to hear you.
Hello. Pleasure to meet you. Can you tell us about yourself, please, and your project?
Yes, of course. My name is Malena Rioni. I am an NFT enthusiast and artist. Also, I'm a big lover of Ton blockchain, and today I'm the speaker of AMA session with XP.NETWORK. I run some projects on the open network Ton blockchain, such as Space Disco Ship. It's my own collection. And also I help my good friend Vadim Volodin. He is not here today, but he is the founder of Mfers collection and lots of other projects in Ton network. So I will be speaking from his name.
Thank you for the introduction. It's great to have actually a creator of NFTs. We rarely have people who personally created NFTs, and it's a pleasure and a big honor to have you here. So can you tell us a bit more about the project, about your collections that you created, why you decided to create those collections, what motivated you? Maybe you can explain your previous experience and how it pushed you towards coming to NFTs. And then we'll speak about Vadim Volodin.
Yes, of course. It will be a very funny story because I'm not a programmer and I'm not very much good in blockchains or something like this. And to tell the truth, 2 years ago, before the war between Russia and Ukraine started, I was living in Kiev and I was selling Japanese teas, and I am the champion of Ukraine in tea brewing. And but I lost my business, and for not so much time ago, I was looking for some new ways to go in and some new professions, and I started to sit in NFTs and NFT communities of the open network blockchain, and I like it very much because NFTs are about communities, and I've met so much interesting people there and interesting projects, and there's so much fun. And so I thought that maybe I should run my own project because I'm an artist, but not very professional artist. I just like to draw something very cool. And I remembered that 10 years ago, I drew like my most favorite painting ever. It was called Space Disco Ships. And my friend Vadim Volodin told me that, hey, Malena, maybe you should make NFTs from this painting. And I was very confused and I was very shy. And to tell the truth, I didn't know if someone would like it or even buy it. But I liked this painting so much. I wanted to give a new life for something I drawn 10 years ago, and I still a very big fan of it. And I made my first NFT collection, and lots of people bought it, and now I have some amount of my ship lovers. And now I am an NFT enthusiast, and I help with some collections, and I really love it. So I found an NFT my new professional way to grow in.
What a great introduction. Thank you for sharing all that. It's very sad that you lost your business in Kiev. I hope you're now safe and your life is not in danger.
Not.
anymore,
Yeah, now
hopefully?
I live in Georgia,
Okay.
in Tbilisi, and
Uh-huh.
everything is good now, and becomes better and better with every day.
Great. Great to hear. Amazing that you're safe. Amazing that you had the power, had the strength to, after having lost your business, to start again in a new environment, in a new ecosystem, and that you succeeded. Amazing, amazing story. Thanks for sharing it. I hope people can relate, many people can relate to your story, and will be interested in your collection, and will become part of your community, as well as you may become part of other communities as well. Can you tell us more about Vadim Volodin, your friend, and his collections? Maybe you could share how you got together, why he came up with an idea of starting a collection.
Yes, of course. Vadim Volodin is my very good friend, and we've met in blockchain community. He is a founder of one of the most famous collections of the open network NFTs, the founder of Albania Memeland. Uh, it is a very funny collection. He's a programmer, and he likes very much. He's crazy about programming and developing smart contracts and other stuff. And he took one old meme called Olbanecs and made an NFT collection of it. He took an artist and made 10,000 pictures, and he made it a free minting of them. And he wasn't very much thinking about what will be in future and will people like it or not. He just wanted to run this project and to give people an opportunity for free minting. And it was the first collection on Ton which had a free minting, so you only had to pay for the gas and you didn't have to pay for the pictures. And people bought them, and then something crazy happened. People started to make memes with that, to create some story about this project. They started to make everything by the community of their own. So Vadim was very surprised because he didn't plan it, and he didn't know what to do with that. But community on their own, they started to make like everything. They every day they made like for hundreds of memes, and they started to inventing some professions in this meme land. And we created some kind of elections of president of our virtual country called Albania Memeland.
Who was elected?
Yeah, Sega Grafen is now the vice president of Albania Memeland, and I am the queen here. So we
Wow.
also have some kind of
Oh,
meme ministers and other people, and now the collection is run only by community, and people just do something, create something, and we don't even ask them to do that. And also how we've met with Vadim Volodin, we wanted to make an offline meeting of people who have citizenship of this meme country. For example, to make citizenship of this country, you have to take your 10 pictures of Albanecs guys and to put them all in prison. And if you
Very
yes,
strange.
yes,
Okay.
you need to put them all in prison, and then you can get your Albania Memeland passport. And then you can enter the private community. And we decided to make an offline meeting, and I told that you could come to my city. I was living in Kutaisi at that time, and I asked everybody to be my guest there, and we've made a party. And Vadim, he was living in Tbilisi for that moment. He came to Kutaisi, and other people who also have citizenship, they also came, and we had a very good party, and we became very good friends with Vadim.
Okay, that's a very unusual story in the crypto world. So basically, you moved offline and started actually meeting. Okay, that's a very unusual story. So, as far as I understand, apart from regular passports of citizens, you have golden passports. So,
Oh,
what's
golden
that?
pass. To mint a golden passport, you need to put 100 guys for prison.
So, those Alban guys, are they good guys or bad
Uh,
guys? Why do you guys
they are
put them in
just funny
prison?
guys. It's all for fun. It's like a meme country, so we just make memes, we just make fun of everything, and uh, I don't know why, but Vadim decided that they love to sit in prison. I don't know. I know why, because the original meme, Olbanecs, how it started. There was a meme. It was posted on Dvatch. It was posted like a photo robot of very dangerous guy, and people started to print it. He was very scary and very freaky, and people started to make some jokes about it, to print it, and even police was looking for this guy, but he was not existing. It was just a meme, and people wrote that it is a very dangerous guy, or hey people, I've lost my friend called Alexei. Have you seen him? And some kind of this, and people started to paint these photo robots to put them on the streets. And to make a very big prank of it. And he remembered that joke and started an NFT collection based on this. So that's why they're sitting in prison, because the main joke of it was that it is a very dangerous guy, and the police is trying to catch him.
Very, very weird
Yes.
story. And I'm very surprised that it's a successful NFT collection out of this weird story, but maybe that's the way it should be. Maybe it all should be about fun. Very weird that they have to stay in prison most of the time. I don't know if they enjoy it, if anybody can enjoy it. Okay, so I got it. So there are regular passports that you can get by imprisoning 10 Albanecs, if you can put it so. And you can get a golden passport for imprisoning 100 of those. I also see that you guys have some lens.
Yes, we also have lens, but nowadays we don't have functionality for them. But there will be a reviling of the lens, and people who have the lens will be able to create something on them.
Okay. And then there's another type of NFTs, I suppose, like wrappers or envelopes or covers. What's that?
What you mean?
The fourth type, I don't know how you call them, guys. Like on your website, it says that they're the blood of the project.
Yeah, for nowadays in Albania, Mimland, we do have passports, lands, and people who have passports, they can have something like drops, or entering the private communities, and some kind of other stuff, like being the first one to buy some new kind of NFT collections, or you can have a discount if you have a passport of Albania. And there is some kind of small ecosystem in this project.
Okay, do you have any real citizens from Albania, from the
Uh,
country?
I don't think so. And also, we are trying to tell people that we don't mean Albania country like at all. It's just called this way, but we are not associating it anyway with Albania real country. So it's only a naming because the meme was called this way, and we don't make any. So, dear Albanian real citizens, please don't be angry at us because we don't mean you like at all. We just it's just
Okay.
a naming, yes.
Okay. I hope they won't feel bad because people from your community will think that they have to go to prison altogether.
Yeah, people from our community, everybody knows that we don't mean it, and it's just an imaginary country.
Right. Sure.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to understand to understand, but probably it's not what we should be doing if everything is out of fun. So what does it mean that I can create a custom NFT, custom
uh,
Albanian? What does it mean custom? How can I even
Yeah,
make it?
for example, how I started my own path in this imaginary land. As I am an artist, I saw these guys and I wanted one to be looking like myself. And I wrote to Vadim Volodin, the founder of the collection, that can I please draw one of these guys in my own style to be looking like me? And he told that, yes, you can. And I was the first one who made a custom Olbanecs. It is Olbanecs number 3669. It looks like me. It has ginger hair and green eyeglasses and even a t-shirt, which I have. And now people who want a custom Olbanecs can write to the founder, and using the special tokens of our community called Fantics, they can buy a special NFT, and I will draw it myself. I will draw it like for you, so you can send me a picture, and I will create a special NFT which will look like you.
Wow, custom made
Yeah.
NFT. That's something new. Okay, you're full of surprises,
Yes,
guys.
it's such a collection. All we are making is surprises and fun and lots of interesting and crazy things.
So how can I get those Fantics to be able to purchase this individual NFT?
You can get them doing something useful for our land. For example, you can create memes, or you can also make, for example, a game if you are a programmer, or you can just take what you can do and write to our chat if hey guys, I want to do something like this, and as a payment for your work you will get those fantics. Also, I think that you can buy it, but now we don't have them at any dex markets, and you can only get them doing some work, but nobody will tell you which work you need to do. You just can do what you want, and you will get those fantics as a gift for your work.
Great. So as far as I understand, you also get those for painting individual
Yes,
NFTs.
and for example, I can get them for making some marketing for this project, or making some AMA sessions about it, or creating some new ideas. For example, in Albania Mimland, we have a poo bot, which literally means what it means. You can go to this bot, send any address in the blockchain, and we have pictures like a funny poo, which will go to this address. And it was my idea, and now we have a bot which makes it. Also, you can gift your friend not a poo, you can gift it, for example, ice cream. We also have ice creams there. And it's also free. You don't need to buy it. You just need to put the address and pay for the gas.
Great. Other people who do something for the community to get those rewards in your Fantic tokens, or is it just you and Vadim who do
No. We
something?
have a lot of people like mem ministers or the guy who is president now. He makes every day, he makes posts in our community. He creates marketing. He created the economy of our land, and he also got a lot of fundings for his work. And so you can do like everything. If you will post, I love Albania Memeland on Ton in Twitter, you can also for this get a little amount of Fantix. The amount of Fantix you get depends on how much work you did. So you can make like everything, and everyone who makes even something gets these points.
Amazing. So how many posts do I have to write to get this personal NFT?
Oh, to tell the truth, it's a very difficult question for me because I don't know. I draw them, but the guy Sega Graffin, who is president in our community, he you can write him about it, and he will tell you what you can do and how you can get it. And I will just draw it. We have a lot of people in our community who make something, and I think there is about 10 people who create something like every day.
Wow. Okay, that's very unusual. You started building your communities and NFT ecosystems in
Yes,
Ton, which is a blockchain backed by the Telegram
yes.
team, or at least started by them. Can you explain why? Why exactly Ton? Why not other blockchains? Like, let's talk about this. Why Ton?
Why Ton? Because the open network blockchain was run by Pavel Durov. He is a very famous guy in countries Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, and countries from all the Soviet Union. And because he developed Vkontakte, it's like Facebook, but in our countries. And then he developed Telegram. And so people who sit in the open network, for most of them, the open network is the first blockchain where they sit in, because most of information there is on Russian language, and most of people knew about it from Telegram ecosystem. And as for me, I also was not interested very much in blockchains and all this stuff. It was very difficult for me, and I wasn't thinking about doing something there. But when I saw Ton, I really joined this community, and so it's like for people from our countries, it's the first touch with blockchain. And we started to make it here because we love it, we really believe in it, and the Ton ecosystem is much easier, much faster, and much easier to go in than Ethereum blockchain or others blockchain.
By saying much easier, what exactly do you mean? Do you mean the technical side, or do you mean the way you can get involved with the people, with the communities? What exactly do you
I
mean?
mean, and this, for example, Ton blockchain is very fast, and the gas fee there is very, very little, like very low. You don't even put your attention on how much the gas costs. So it's very cheap here. And the community, for us, it's easier because in our countries, people don't sit in Discord. And the Discord or Twitter is like very difficult because we in usual life we don't use these systems, but Telegram is the messenger that everyone uses every day, and I think that the most things are going in Telegram that makes this blockchain go easier, and you don't have a lot of for example, when I go to OpenSea or to old existing blockchains, I don't know what to do there because so much information, so much stuff, so much people. But when you go to Ton, everything looks easier because not so much information, very easy guides. And for me, it was the first step, and I like it very much.
Right. You said everything is easy, everything is in Russian, but what about people who don't speak
Uh,
Russian? Does it mean it's like exclusively chain for the Russians?
no,
By Russians, I mean by people from ex-Soviet Union, those who speak Russian.
yes, this chain is much easier for those people, but also the creators of communities, they make English chats, and also in Telegram you can use translator, which is already in Telegram, so you can write in every language you want there, and it will automatically translate everything. So when people who are not Russian speakers come to our communities, people always love them and try them to also get involved in our ecosystem. But of course, most information and the most users are from are Russian speaker users. But also they most of big projects they have English chats, and all of the information is doubled in English language.
Great, great. I see. Even though you're so happy with Dawn, with very low transaction fees, high speed of transactions, and easiness of joining the ecosystem, you're still interested in migrating at least parts of your collections to other chains, as far as I understood. So, can you explain why you want to migrate to other chains? Well, I noticed that you bridge some of your NFTs to Polygon. Why are you doing that? What makes you move them to other chains? Just tell
Because
us.
for lots of people in Ton was the first blockchain they were get involved in, and also as the Ton NFTs market, all of the most of the creators there, the first collection was made on Ton, and when they come on Ton, they start to knew about the whole world of NFTs and blockchains, and they start to be more interested in other blockchains. Just it's kind of traveling and kind of widening your knowledges, and we want our people who have our collections have an opportunity to migrate them to other systems and to other blockchains for studying and for exploring these ecosystems, because if you want to sit in blockchain and you want to grow in it, you need not to sit only in one blockchain, you need to see the whole world, and that's why we do it.
Right. And how did you come across XP.NETWORK?
Yeah, we came across the XP.NETWORK because XP.NETWORK allows us a way to bridge our NFTs from the open network blockchain to other blockchains. And our collaboration with XP.NETWORK started with this. We've made a collection of Mfers. Yes, Mfers is a CC0 collection, and we wanted to make more fun of this collection, not to be it only pictures. We wanted people to know something new or some kind of new experience, and that's why we wanted very much to bridge our collections to other blockchains, because this way people can use it, and they can meet some new blockchains, and for them it will be much easier to move into the systems, because when you do something you start being more interested in it. For example, when you just go to OpenSea or some other markets, you just see it, but when you take your NFT and bridge it to other blockchain, you start to create new wallets, you start to learn some new experience, and this experience I think is very important in our times, of times of new coming Web 3 and 0.
Yeah. How was your experience bridging NFTs using XP Network Bridge?
It was more, I think it was a kind of easy thing. You can bridge your NFTs without developing smart contracts and other stuff. And if you are not a programmist, you can do it. And that's a very cool service for this.
Yeah, and the coolest part is that you can always return
Yes,
it
yes,
back.
of course. And you can just take your
So,
NFT and travel between other blockchains and take it back. And it's really cool that you don't need to develop smart contracts to do something technical. For example, I'm not a programmist and I'm very bad in this, but this service can help me to do it very easy.
right. So which chains are you thinking about? Like right now, XP Network supports more than 30 blockchains, and we work on getting more and more blockchains integrated into the bridge, and we make it also easier and easier for the users just to come and bridge. So which chains are you already thinking about, and which chains you already bridged to?
To tell the truth, I don't know about which chains are we planning to move in because it is what Vadim Volodin does, and I think we want to move to all blockchains. We've made the collection for fun, and for us, bridging them to other blockchains is like really like traveling. In the usual world, you can travel from one country to another, but in the internet world, you can bridge your NFT to other blockchain, and you can get involved with other communities and learn something from there. I think we very much want to bridge to Ethereum, to Solana, and to all most popular blockchains. And as for me, I'm very much interested in a new coming Say network.
Well, you just opened my eyes. You are the first person who bridges NFTs for the purpose of traveling. I haven't heard about this use case before, so thank you for adding this. That's a new utility for NFTs. People can now travel in blockchains with their NFTs. That's a new approach. So, guys, when you bridge NFTs to other chains, what are you doing there? Like, what's the apart from traveling? What do you just do? Do you list them on marketplaces, or do you try to engage with some
I
communities?
think the main reason is to meet new communities and to meet new people in these blockchains. Also, as maybe to sell it on this blockchain and to people make get involved into our blockchain. Really, we we use it like traveling.
And recruiting
Yes,
people from other
yes,
communities to
yes,
yours.
and people from other
Yeah,
communities to
exactly.
other,
That's
because we want everyone to meet each other.
to
Yes.
be mixed and be friends. Yes, amazing. So you have a social side of the collection as well, people mixing together. So, what do you think about the future? Like, where is this project going to develop? Like on your website, you say that roadmap. You don't have a roadmap. So, can you tell us what is it all
Uh,
about?
our project, which is called Albania, it's more about fun, and we don't have a roadmap because we don't want to make any promises which we maybe couldn't get, but we just want to make something new. And every time new features come, we face with them and we make them. For example, in Tone blockchain, we were the first one who were using Tone Connect 2 and 0, the technology which allows you to go into a website and to log in into a website using your smart contract address. For example, we have a wallet called Tonekeeper, and you can easily log in like with Twitter or with Facebook, but with your blockchain address. And we were the first ones who took the pictures and started to one second, to store them in Web 3.0 storage. We were the first one who started to use Tone storage for our pictures, because everyone uses other storages which are from Web 2.0, which means they are not very much safe. But we started to use a new storage. And we were the first one on Ton who did this, and we were the meme collection. And that's crazy.
So you are also
Yes,
innovators.
we are really the innovators of Ton, and and it's funny because even big projects on Ton, they don't do it, but our project, which is a meme country, it makes it the first. And then all other projects, they see that somebody already did it, and they start to make like this. So we are showing people how to use new technologies.
And does it mean that when you store NFTs on Ton, on the blockchain, does it make those NFTs mutable? Meaning you can change them after a while. So usually in other ecosystems, NFTs are stored. I mean, the metadata, the information about this NFT, including the image, the video, and description, they're stored in what is called IPFS, which is an interplanetary storage. So it's also a distributed storage. It's something like a blockchain, but there are no transaction fees, and there are also like something like nodes where everything is stored. So it's not really Web 2, it's something closer to Web 3, but without transaction fees. But you're saying that you're storing everything in Ton. So this IPFS service, it's immutable. It means you once you store something there, it's almost impossible to change something. You can have versions of what you stored, but basically you can't really replace what you had. Well, in Ton, if you store your NFTs in Ton, does it mean that you can, after a while, change something that you stored, or it's also immutable?
I don't know about other blockchains, but in Ton also people think that if you have an NFT, it can't become something new, because people can't replace it or something like this. But as for our imaginary land, we can do it. So, for example, you can even take your guy and put all his clothes off, and you will get it naked, and so
Uh-huh. So
the all metadata
will be
yes,
removed.
it won't be removed, it will be updated.
Okay, okay. So that makes those NFTs mutable. Mutable means you can change the
Yeah, but
data.
we can change the data.
Okay, okay. That's interesting. That's really interesting that it's distributed, right? It's secure, but it's mutable. Amazing. We should see if we can also apply this for some things. Do you think so? Do you think your project is already successful, or do you think it can reach better heights?
I think our project is already successful, but of course, we can reach other heights. The main problem of Ton, and not only in Ton, it's the problem of whole NFT communities. There are not so much of new people, and there is now a bear market, and it's really heavy to launch and run projects. And for the Ton community, it's a new blockchain, and we are now facing with that problem that we have a lot of users there, but most of them are not usual users. Most of them are from IT, and most of them are programmers and have their own projects on Ton. So we have a very close community where all like family, which is trying to improve this blockchain, but we don't have so much amount of newbies or new users because the blockchain has just started, and they didn't get involved. They got lots of programmers programmers involved. So we now on Ton blockchain we have a lot of projects, a lot of people who make something really cool, but we don't have much people who buy it or who just use it. And but I think that's not a problem. We are just the makers of the NFT market, which will grow with every year.
Right. And speaking about NFTs in general, so what do you think? How do you see the current situation? If you see it, because maybe you just live in this small community and you don't really know what happens in the rest of the world, or what do you think is the future of NFTs? What will happen with them in 3, 5, 10 years from now?
I think the future of NFTs that all which we have nowadays, like all bureaucracy we have, will be in NFTs. And I think that after 3 years, everybody will use NFTs, and not only programmers will know about it, because in NFTs we can store a lot of information. For example, we can store something like plane tickets or tickets to the theater or to the cinema or lots of other stuff which we now have in the internet, and which we buy or which we are having by papers. And I think after 3 years all of this will be an NFT and all people will use it, and we need just to wait to run our projects, to explore these systems, and after some time everybody will use it because it is the future.
Great. Do you have any questions to us as an NFT bridge?
Yes, of course. Tell me please why you decided to make an NFT bridge, and how you decided to make a company called XP.NETWORK, and from what it started.
All right. Well, it was quite some time ago. We also wanted to create a project in crypto, and we even started building a parachain in Polkadot, and we tried to improve the protocol. But then we decided that it's not something that the ecosystem wants. There are already many existing blockchains, and in order to stand out, we will have to really invent something revolutionary in order to be noticed. So we decided that it's not the time for us to start this until we are ready to really give something revolutionary. So we noticed that there are many bridges. Mainly they are occupied with bridging fungible tokens, tokens that you are all used to. And there are very few bridges that allow you to bridge NFTs. And we thought that a normal market, cannot have just money, because tokens are a digital version of money, but you need goods, right, in a healthy economy. And goods are represented by, can be represented by NFTs, either goods or services. So we thought if there is a demand for the tokens, for the fungible tokens, then there should be a demand for non-fungible tokens. And so the niche is empty. There's no supply of this service, or very little one. So we decided to start building. And there were very, very few other bridges that even thought about it at the time. Very few. Actually, many people spoke about it, but very few actually did it. And as we were building, we found that there are many unsolved questions that we had to solve ourselves, maybe for the first time in history. Because bridging fungible tokens is comparatively easy in terms of you just have a number. So your task as a bridge is to securely tell the other blockchain that this user now has this number of those tokens. With non-fungible tokens, it's more difficult. There are many standards of tokens in different protocols that we have to comply with. And the most important part is the metadata, because this NFT, it's a registration on the blockchain of somebody being an owner of something represented by the metadata. So if this metadata is not properly delivered, or not completely delivered, or distorted during the bridging transaction, then it loses the point. But what we also found that You see, a number is everywhere a number, right? If you take a number to the moon, it is still a number. If you take it to the sun, it is still a number. You see, but with metadata, it's not the same. If you take an NFT from one chain to another, they have different standards and they have different expectations of the metadata of the NFT. And you have to comply with it. Otherwise, they won't think it is an NFT, right? So this is the gap that we decided to fill. Like an American president said, we're doing that not because it's easy, but because it's hard. Okay, and the harder it is, it means the higher is our motivation to do it. Because first of all, it means it will be difficult for others to do the same in a good way, in a proper way. And second, it means that if somebody needs it, then if we do it first, we will be the ones who will be used. I mean, the bridge that will be used by the users. And that's what we started doing. There were difficult things many difficulties that we had to overcome, and there are still difficulties that we do overcome. With every new protocol, we have to start from scratch practically. Even though we know in general what is expected as a result of our work, still we have to learn new technologies, including this Tone blockchain, Tone protocol, and every non-EVM protocol we have to learn from scratch because people have different approaches, different ways of solving the same tasks, and that's what we're doing. So we are like an adapter of standards between the blockchains and the transport of that allows moving those assets from one chain to another.
It's very cool, really, and I couldn't even imagine how difficult is that, because really transferring tokens is much easier, and I know there's a lot of services, but when I saw that some people, XP.NETWORK, that they made NFTs could come to every blockchain, I was like, whoa, really? I thought it's impossible, and guys, you did it, and really it's very cool, and it's gorgeous, and I think all NFT lovers are really grateful for this opportunity.
Right. We recently made a collection, a set of contracts. We deployed them on several blockchains, and you can send NFTs across those contracts, and they will look and feel like native there. The differences are very minimal. There are different logos of the chain where this NFT was originally minted. You can also mint those NFTs for free, but one user cannot mint more than 5 because that's the limit for now. Okay, you mint them for free. You also pay only for the gas fees of the chain for saving this record. And this is just a demonstration that it's possible. It's possible to write a contract that can hold simultaneously native and wrapped NFTs from foreign chains without colliding their IDs, and being able to properly provide links to metadata. So this was the challenge, and we solved it. It works. NFTs don't collide. Their IDs are never same, and basically it works. So any collection, what we're trying to say by this is that any collection can be minted like this, simultaneously on multiple chains, and they can travel between those contracts freely. So maybe that's also something you would want to do in the future.
Yeah, it's like the union of blockchains, because we have so much blockchains, we do have so much markets, and for me, as for an artist, it's very hard to look into them all, but I want people from the whole world to see my pictures, to see my art, and it's really very cool that I just can make it on any blockchain, and then transfer to other blockchains without deploying smart contracts for my NFT collection on them, because it will be very hard, and for the second it will be very expensive to deploy smart contracts on every blockchain.
Right. Well, as we're approaching to our 1 hour mark, We started approximately an hour ago. What would you like to say goodbye to the community who are listening here as we speak? And how would you advise people to follow you? Maybe if you want to increase your community, how can they join your community? How can they get the NFTs to become members of your country?
Yes, thank you, everyone. Thank you very much for listening. And for me, it was the first experience of talking in English and of talking in a Twitter community. And it's really very cool. And I'm really thankful for you all. And I'm welcoming you to our Albania meme land. I think we should. Give you some links for you to see our collections, and if you want to buy and become our citizens, it's not a problem for speaking English, because everyone would be very I don't know how to say, but it will be really very cool, because we have translators, we have everything, and we like people from other countries very much to go into our community. We want them to show it. And oh, I think I'm tired after 1 hour of talking.
Right. Okay, so we are very happy to have you here. You did absolutely great, even though it was your first time. You did very, very well. You can be proud of yourself.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for coming. We wish the very best luck to your project. It's a very cool project, and I'm sure it has a bright future. Just keep going, don't stop, keep growing your community, and let's go together. Use the bridge. So if you have any ideas how we can be helpful, for example, we could help you set those cross-chain contracts. We'd be happy to do that.
Yeah, I think I will write you about my own collection called Space Disco Ship, because I have a lot of space disco ship which are now traveling into space, and they people now can't buy them, and I think they need to travel into others' blockchain, and I will just move them to others' blockchain and write my path there of how I explored these systems, what I did there, and it will really be like a traveling of NFTs, and I think I will do it.
Yeah, sure. You'll be like a tour guide across different blockchains.
Yes.
That's gonna be fun.
Yes, I'll send you the links, and you can share them with your community, and we will share links of XP.NETWORK with our community, and not only Albania, Memeland, but with the whole Ton communities. I will write to my friends and to other publics. They will tell people about XP.NETWORK, and I think we all need to be helpful for each other, because all we want is to make NFTs easier for people, and buy NFTs and like them, because we love them, and we will be one strong, big community, and we will make something new.
Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for coming. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And don't miss our future AMAs. So maybe don't forget to subscribe. And thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, Milena. Thank you so much.